In Miri, Sarawak, the monsoon rain often arrived before the rent did. Every month, Farid stared at his phone, waiting for replies that came late, vague, or not at all. He owned 3 rental units near the industrial area, and what should have been a steady income had turned into a cycle of reminders, excuses, and awkward visits. Farid was practical and patient by nature, but even patience has limits. He kept folders, receipts, screenshots, and handwritten notes. Tenants promised to pay after payday, after overtime, after family transfers, after the weekend. Some were honest, but disorganized. Others simply disappeared for days. By the end of each month, Farid felt less like a landlord and more like a debt collector. One evening, over tea at a roadside stall, an older property owner named Mrs. Liew listened quietly as Farid described the problem. She had the calm of someone who had already survived every kind of tenant drama. She asked a simple question. Why are you still chasing rent by hand when the problem is predictability, not personality? Farid was silent. He had assumed the pain was normal, part of owning property. Mrs. Liew shook her head and explained that the best rental businesses were built to reduce reminders, not create them. She talked about fixed payment dates, written agreements, deposit clarity, automated transfers, and screening tenants before the first key was ever handed over. Good systems, she said, do not complain, forget, or make excuses. The next week, Farid changed his approach. He revised his lease terms so payment dates were clear and consistent. He encouraged bank transfer as the default method. He added late fee rules that were reasonable but firm. He started asking more detailed questions before approving a tenant, not to be difficult, but to understand stability, work patterns, and past rental behavior. He also used simple reminders that were sent before rent day, so the conversation happened early instead of in frustration. The result was not dramatic at first, but it was noticeable. Tenants paid with fewer delays. Some even commented that the clearer process made them feel more comfortable. The ones who wanted chaos were quietly filtered out. Farid stopped spending his evenings sending awkward messages and stopped feeling anxious every time his phone buzzed. By 2026, his rentals in Miri no longer felt like a monthly struggle. They felt organized, calmer, and easier to manage. Farid still checked on his properties, but now he was maintaining a system instead of chasing people.